Hey guys, so today I'll be talking about the fuel consumption and range that you can expect on the Kawasaki Ninja 400. So I have a 2019 Kawasaki Ninja 400. I've had it for around 6 months now and I've done a few thousand kilometers on it. So I'm just going to share my experience and let you know what you can expect when having this bike. So there are times when I ride this bike daily to and from work, but most of the time I ride it on the weekends up into the local mountains here on the Gold Coast, out into the hinterland and stuff like that. So it's more enthusiastic riding, you know, not day-to-day sitting in traffic as much. So I'm going to share my experience on what I usually get from an average tank, and hopefully that can give you an insight if you're looking to buy this bike or see if you are matching me if you have the same bike. So the Ninja 400 has a 14-litre fuel tank. 3 of those litres is the reserve. So the light comes on when you've got 3 litres left in the tank. For me personally, I usually fill up as soon as the light comes on. So keep that in mind with the results that I'm giving you. After that, you still got another 3 litres in the tank to go. So you probably will, those 3 litres will probably get you around 100 kilometres or so, I'd say. I put mainly 91 grade fuel in my bike. I am in Australia. You can run it on E10 here as well if you are in Australia as well. But most of the time I have 91 fuel in my bike. Please keep in mind that everyone's experiences are different. You know, everyone has different riding styles, they'll be riding in different locations and temperatures, and these things can all affect your mileage. I do also have a Leo Vince slip-on exhaust on. I'm not going to be giving you the results from when I have that on. I'm just going to be telling you about what I experienced when I had the stock exhaust on. So, what does my mileage look like? So, for an average tank on 91 grade fuel, I would say that I achieve anywhere between 300 to 330 kilometers on a single tank. That is till the light comes on. Maybe 10-15 kilometers after the light comes on just to get to a petrol station. On the bike, it says my overall average kilometers per litre is around 25 and a half. I don't believe that though. I'd say that's taking into account that I mainly ride up into the mountains. I'm riding more spiritedly, so it doesn't give you an accurate representation of what an average fuel tank would give you. If I were to average it, I would say I'd get anywhere between 30 to 33 kilometers per litre on this bike. Now, if you're doing mainly highway riding, sitting at normal speeds, I have no doubt that I could achieve anywhere between 350 to even 400 kilometers on a single tank, maybe even more. For around town riding, you know, just to and from work, stuff like that, sitting in traffic, I'd say it averages around 300 to 350 kilometers on a tank. Now, when riding in the hills, when riding quite aggressively or spiritedly on mountain roads and stuff like that, I would say it lasts anywhere between 250 to 300 kilometers on a single tank. And this is taking into account that is till the light comes on. After that, you've still got another 3 litres in the tank to get you to a station. And that'll give you anywhere between 50 to 100 kilometers if you're riding like that. So it does really vary depending on what kind of riding you're doing, but I would say for me personally, I average anywhere between 300 to 330 kilometers on a tank on 91 grade fuel. Now personally for me, coming from cars, this is my first motorbike, I'm really impressed by that. You know, I have a Mitsubishi Lancer. It costs me anywhere from $50 to $60 to fill it up. It's got a 52 litre tank, I think. So yeah, $50 to $60 to fill up. And on average, I get only around 450 to 500 kilometers on a tank on that. So, you know, coming from that to where I only have to pay $10 to $15 to fill up 11 litres usually, and I get anywhere from 300 and 350 kilometers on a tank, that's really impressive to me. So for me personally, I'm really impressed with, you know, the range that I get on this bike. And I think it's a really fuel efficient way to get around. Also, if you were to keep riding into your reserve, which I don't often do, just because I like to top it up, I have no doubt that you could reach 400 kilometers, possibly more, on a single tank on this bike. On the dash of this bike, there is also an expected fuel range. I find it to mostly be pretty accurate. After I fill up, it usually tells me I've got around 350 kilometers to go on the tank. So hopefully this provides you with some insight on the Ninja 400's fuel range and consumption. If you've got some value out of this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like and consider subscribing. Also, if there's any topics that you'd like me to cover on the Ninja 400, please leave a comment below and let me know, because I'm happy to make more videos for you guys. Till next time, guys, thanks.